what you can and can't do in Orange County, California. And yes, you can smoke marijuana for anyone who wants to know. But let's talk about public transportation. Can you get around Orange County easily with public transportation? The answer is no.
We're not built for public transportation. Sadly, we do have the OCTA, so the Orange County Transit Authority, and we do have buses, but we don't have subways. We do have Metrolink, but it's not very robust. We actually just got back from Japan, and obviously when you compare their mass transit system compared to what we have, it's a bit lacking.
Yes, very lacking. Very lacking. Yes, I have lived in New York City, so I know what it's like when you can live in a place where you don't need a car. Orange County is not one of those places.
Yeah, I've actually had people reach out going, I have a bike, and I just get around by bike. And being honest, it's really hard. I mean, it's just hard, and we're not only not built. I think spread out enough.
Yeah.
Where going by bike is a huge pain.
It's just far. Not only is it a pain, it's far. Like, the West Coast is huge, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, some people ask, can you cross the border from Orange County into Los Angeles County? Now,
No.
if you become a local, you will feel that is like a hard stop. You won't want to go into LA. But just in case you don't know where Orange County is the county that is directly south from Los Angeles County. So you have the city of Los Angeles, which is immersed within the county of Los Angeles. Orange County is directly south, and it has many cities. How many cities? Like 30 cities
about
or
30
something?
Cities, yeah.
About 30 cities that make up Orange County. But Orange County, it's just so much newer than LA.
The streets are nicer.
I mean, whenever I go into LA, I just feel like there's so many tree roots that have ruined the streets. There's no parking.
And they're all the streets are all jaggedy too. Like
the
there's
streets are
not
all
really
jaggedy.
flow to
Yeah,
them.
it's just not as nice. And so
It really feels like, when you're approaching that LA County border, that's like Gandalf, like you shall not pass. Like you're just going, do I really? I mean, not that we won't go.
Yeah.
But do I really need? It has to be a really good reason.
It has to be a good
it's
reason.
The orange bubble is real.
It is, yeah.
And it's there. Now we're happy to be part of the greater LA media market and like the greater LA market. There's a lot of benefits to it, and obviously if you work in LA, of course that's nice, a nice benefit as well. But as a general whole, like just kind of on your day-to-day kind of just going around town thing, I rarely ever go into LA County.
Yeah.
So before we continue, let's introduce ourselves. I'm Sean Dazad.
And I'm Courtney Dazad.
And we're licensed realtors here in the state of California. And if you're watching this channel, you might be thinking, wow, Sean, I love Orange County. I love the blue skies. I love the Pacific Ocean. I love the perfect weather. I can't wait to move here. Now, the problem is I'm not local. I may be out of state. I may be even out of country. So I don't know what to do. I totally get that. That's why when you reach out to us, we can have that conversation, finding out specifically what you're looking for, and we can be your boots on the ground. We can give you virtual tours of the homes as well as the neighborhoods, really give you a good sense of what's out there. So when you do come out here, your time is spent super efficiently. So what you want to do is you want to give us a call or shoot us a text.
Yes, that number is the cell phone, so you can call us or text us, or you can use WhatsApp if you're outside the country. And one of the reasons that you do go into LA County is for international travel, because people often wonder, what's the airport like in Orange County? Can you travel internationally from Orange County? Yes, you can, but it's really just to Canada and Mexico and maybe...
As far as our airport, yeah.
As far as our airport. To go international, anywhere in the world, South America, Asia, Europe, you're gonna be using LAX, which actually is pretty conveniently located for an Orange Countian. Like, it takes us about 45 minutes to get there, barring traffic, of course. But even with traffic, I feel like it's usually not that bad.
It's not that bad. I mean,
No.
yeah, it's one of those things where, like, if you're looking at any big metropolitan area, to get to the airport is probably 45 minutes to an hour, realistically speaking. And fortunately for Orange County, we do have, obviously, our local airport, John Wayne Airport, that is actually pretty robust, but it's not an international airport. But, like, if you, like, for those bigger travels to have more variety, more options, obviously it tends to be a little bit cheaper to fly out of LAX. It is nice that we do have that option. And again, it's not really dramatically any different as far as like distance or time than just all these other big cities.
It's true. Another question people ask is, can you stay up all night at bars in Orange County? The answer is no. Our bars actually close at 2 a.m.
As far as like the alcohol cutoff is 2 o'clock.
The alcohol cutoff's 2 a.m., but it's the same as in LA, so we are not like Las Vegas where they have no cutoff.
They have fake skies, blue skies, so you don't know what time it is.
Yeah, and I guess New York City is 4 a.m. when they cut off alcohol, but I mean, Sean and I, we're super boring, like I go to bed at 8 p.m., so this is not something that I care about, but I know people do wonder, like, can you stay up all night, partying at bars? You really can't in Orange County.
Again, like you said, in Southern California.
In Southern California,
yeah. I mean, it is one of those things where like, so obviously our nightclub scene, our bar scene is not nearly as robust as LA's.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's just being real. We do have like pockets certainly that do offer bar, like the beach city, the coastal cities, Anaheim, Buena Park. Like we have areas that certainly do offer it, but it's certainly not of the variety and just the sheer size of what LA would have to offer. So just have to be aware that the nightclub scene is not huge here.
No. Now, one thing you can't do in Orange County is you can't drive or go outside when it's raining outside.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. We have like literally a quarter of an inch will fall or may fall, and we have what's called storm watch. It's actually, people make fun of us all the time because it is ridiculous. Like we really do not know how to handle rain. We will huddle up. Mm-hmm. Like I've had agents go, okay, I'm like I had an open house or whatever, and I said, hey, to an agent, why don't you come during my open house at 2:00? And they're like, but it's supposed to be raining at that time.
Yeah. Well, didn't you were asking like my client wants to see a house, and then the other agent was like, but it's raining.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like people go, wait, you do stuff in the rain? Like this is like that's not possible.
Yeah.
So we have this. We just don't function well in the rain. So that's just like it. Again, fortunately, we don't have that many days of it, so there we go.
But then, objectively speaking, I will say that, I do go out in the rain, even though I'm a native.
Wow, look at you. She's tough.
I'm a native Southern Californian, but it's not dangerous when it's raining. It's not like there's lightning or really even like heavy winds or anything. It's pretty tame when it rains here. So.
Yeah, we don't get thunderstorms, for the most part.
Sometimes.
For the most part.
It rarely happens.
It rarely happens. Yeah. So the rain, obviously... You don't want to go out in the ocean when it's raining, and that's mostly because the runoff, right?
Yeah.
Like so what we have are we have like let's say like the Santa Ana River. It's not really a river in the sense of like what you think of a normal river. It's more to just shoot water out from inland Orange County out so it doesn't flood the area. And so all that runoff is not exactly the most clean water out there. So it does kind of contaminate the ocean for a day or so. So you want to kind of like avoid the ocean during those times, but as a general whole, you can be outdoors like when it's raining because we don't really get thunderstorms much. Again, be mindful of it. It could happen, of course.
So one thing you can do is you can go to Disneyland while you're in Orange County. A lot of people think Disneyland is in LA, especially, even people that are from Northern California, they don't understand what Orange County is. A lot of people don't. It's very confusing. I get it. So they think, oh yeah, I love LA because I love Disneyland. Actually, you love Orange County because Disneyland is in the city of Anaheim, which is in the county of Orange. So
so there you go. So we do have amusement parks here. Obviously, the granddaddy of them all is Disneyland. We have Knott's Berry Farm. If you're looking for water parks, we have Wild Rivers. So we have like actually a decent amount of, again, our activities here are like crazy. We have so many different things we can do, and obviously amusement parks being one of them.
Yeah, and in case you're wondering where Legoland is, because people often come to Southern California to go to all the amusement parks, Legoland is in Carlsbad, which is in San Diego County, and then you have, like Universal Studios and like all those
Magic
things. Magic Mountain, those are in LA County, so yeah, it's just...
But again, it's all fairly close by.
It's all within driving distance. Now, one thing you can do in Orange County is you can go to a university in Orange County. We have two major universities and then, some smaller ones, but we have the University of California, Irvine, which is a top tier school according to the rankings, so top 35, I think, in the United States of all public and private schools. And then we also have Cal State Fullerton, which is a very popular option for people because it is way cheaper than UC Irvine. I mean, I can't tell you how many people I know that have kids college age, they're going to Cal State Fullerton.
Well, and also Chapman is obviously a private university.
But that's expensive, though.
But I mean, just saying, like, it is another university that's here. Actually, that's not an insignificant university. So Chapman, obviously, we have a lot of other private universities as well. But on top of that, we have tons of JCs, like junior colleges, that are actually very highly rated themselves.
Yeah, and that a lot of people use, again, to save money, because they have very good paths to go into either the UC schools all over the state or to the Cal State schools. So it's just like a popular way to do it with college being so expensive.
Yeah, so the kids don't have to necessarily leave home. In fact, a lot of these schools are known for being commuter schools from that perspective because a lot of kids actually stay home to go to those schools.
Yeah. Now, another thing you can do in Orange County is you can cheer all the LA sports teams. Even though we're not LA, we embrace all of the LA sports teams. There's a lot of people that are, bigger Dodgers fans than they are Angels fans. There's a lot of people that love the Kings, the hockey team, rather than the Ducks. Sean is a huge Lakers fan.
Lakers.
Yeah, so his love of the Lakers has been reignited ever since
Luka
Doncic trade. So yeah, I mean, Orange County is happily not LA, but also we embrace the parts of LA that we like.
we pick and choose what we like.
Yeah.
So we like the job market. We like the restaurant scene. We love the general entertainment scene, like the media market scene, the sports scene. It's funny because we're very different from like, let's say, San Diego. So the county's just south of us.
Yeah.
They will not. Like, if you're a Padres fan, you are not a Dodgers fan. Okay, so there's nothing like that. Yeah, exactly. So that's not happening. Yeah. And obviously, even San Diego's very torn about the LA Chargers because that used to be the San Diego Chargers. It's a sore subject. So basically, but Orange County, we're kind of like, you know what? We do obviously have two major sports teams here between the Ducks, which is a hockey team, as well as the Angels, which is a baseball team. But there are plenty of people that are Kings fans, that are Dodgers fans, and of course, like Lakers fans. And also the sport, and obviously the football teams, I'm sorry, so the Rams and the Chargers. Chargers are obviously still building it up. They're kind of almost like without a home at the moment because they left San Diego. And so they're rebuilding that fan base in LA.
It's, as a native San Diegan, or whatever you want to say, the Chargers, it's a very sore spot, I would say, for...
See, I don't have that sore spot, so it doesn't matter to me because I'm from Orange County, so I'm like, oh, you know what? The more the merrier here.
Another thing you can do in Orange County is have a job in LA County but still live in Orange County. This is very popular, especially for people who live, along the northern border of Orange County. A lot of people really like that spot because not only does it give them access to Orange County jobs, the center of which is in Irvine. That's kind of where the center of all the jobs are for Orange County. But they're kind of like equidistant between Irvine and then, all the jobs that are in LA County. So they really like that spot. It just sort of like opens up this wide swath of job opportunities.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that, like, let's say that whole, like the cities that near the border, that are close to the border of LA. So whether you're going up like straight north or to the west, you actually do have a lot of options. And I've certainly had plenty of clients that go, okay, well, I want to live in the orange bubble, but obviously, practically speaking, I work in LA. And maybe if they're reaching out for Irvine, that's just like a large distance to overcome on, let's say, a day-to-day basis. So they just go, okay, well, I can still live in, let's say, Yorba Linda. I can still live in Fulton. I can still live in Huntington Beach and still like bypass a lot of the whatever that distance is within Orange County and still work, again, live the Orange County lifestyle, but work in LA.
Another thing you can do in Orange County and all of Southern California is you can get access to really the best food supply that's available in the United States. California is the breadbasket of the United States, so we have access to great fruits and vegetables and also meats.
Yeah.
And also seafood, because obviously the ocean is right there. So that's actually something, so friends of mine that have moved away from California, they say that's one of the things they miss most is the produce in California. There's honestly nothing like it in the United States. So,
yeah, it's surprising. I think people will be a little bit surprised by this. Some people will be because they go, well, California is a desert and all that stuff. Well, we have really good soil. Very good soil. And like you just go, obviously not necessarily in Orange County itself, because obviously there's not a ton of farmland here, but if you go just a little bit north, like, into central Orange County. There's a lot of farming there. And so our quality of food here is crazy. Like, so even if you could get at a farmer's market, it's not nearly the quality of the California food.
Yeah, and also because California really just doesn't have seasons. I mean, so...
it just keeps growing.
So there's always, some sort of fresh fruits and vegetables available. It's not like if you live in a snowy place when it's kind of just like, you're out of luck in the winter.
Or it's scorching in the summer.
So, yeah, I mean, that's one thing that people are surprised by, I feel like.
We have a lot of variety and the quality is very good.
Yeah. And since we were talking about food, let's talk about how you can't get as good of restaurants in Orange County as LA County. I mean, even though we kind of bag on LA, I will say that is one thing that LA has over us. They have way better fine dining, and then just like the amount and options. Not to say that Orange County doesn't have great options for food. I think it does. But if you're just speaking objectively, just because LA is so much bigger, there's just so many more people, you're just going to have more options just by virtue of that.
Yeah, and there's so many more celebrities, so you get the celebrity chefs thing. So, so LA definitely has a more robust
culinary scene.
But we have ours is really, really good. But I mean, obviously, if you're talking about Michelin-rated restaurants, like multiple stars and all that stuff, you don't find, we have a handful of Michelin-rated restaurants here, but the LA has obviously definitely more and higher rated at that. So definitely, again, I'm perfectly fine with the culinary scene here, period. But for those like really those outlier times where you want to just really go all out, LA is definitely the place to go.
Yeah. And then one thing you can do in Orange County is really just get, the best or all the shopping that you could ever want is really here, from the highest end to, the lowest end, basically swap meets.
Yeah, everything's here. Like,
Yeah.
so even, honestly, it's even crystallized into like one shopping center, like South Coast Plaza. Again, we have tons of different malls and all that stuff all over the place. But like South Coast Plaza itself, you can get the very highest, very high end stuff like, Hermes and Louis Vuitton and that kind of stuff on one end. But then they have like the Gap, we have stuff like all over. And then obviously if you want more finer, like other fine things is more like Fashion Island, of course. And then for more normal stuff, then you have like, the Irvine Spectrum. We just have a lot in the shopping options between boutiques and normal stores and more high-end stores. We have that all covered here.
Yeah.
And remember, we are licensed realtors here in the state of California. So as much as we love making these videos, what we love more is to help you with your real estate needs. So whether you're looking to buy or sell a home, what you're going to do is when you give us a call or shoot us a text.
Yes, that number is a cell phone, so you can call us or text us, or you can use WhatsApp if you're outside the country.